Now I have to admit you guys are pretty good. We've made it to our 50th C++ tutorial video without crying at all. Alright, by crying a little bit. Alright, by crying every 15 videos. Every 10 videos? Every 5 videos? Okay, we cried every video. It was tough. We made it this far though. We watched every single video, right? What do you mean you didn't watch the videos? What do you mean you skipped forward? What do you mean this is the first video you're watching? Okay, whatever. I want to reward you guys regardless of how you got here. What I'm going to show you today I think is pretty cool, because when we're working with other programs, say we download a program, we're using it, and something goes wrong, it's going to give us an error message. Now, we want to see how we can design our own error messages, and I think that's pretty cool because we have that real life application, right? The one that we see. We know what error messages are. Some of the things we've seen so far in this series, we're learning the concepts, but we don't really know what their application is in real life. We built calculators, but still it's nothing special. How can we go ahead and actually make these error messages for ourselves? So if we're going to be designing a big program, we can have this already set up. So we're going to design a program that's going to ask a user how old they are, and then if they don't meet a certain age requirement, say 18 years old, we're going to deny them permission or deny them access and then give them an error message and the error code in return. I think that's pretty cool. You guys maybe think you got shafted and you don't think this is very cool, but I think this is cool. So let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and make the variable that's going to store the user's age. So you can write integer age. Now when we want the user to input something, it's normally kind for us to actually tell them what we want them to do with a prompt. So we're going to output something to the screen. We're going to say cout, please enter your age. If you lie, I will sue you. Keep them honest, right? So we're going to put that there, end that off, and now we know if we want to input something. We haven't done it in a while in this series, but you just write cin, you put your two arrows pointing away, and then you write the variable you want to be inputted. So we want them to input something that'll be stored where we allocated space for the variable age, so we leave it like that. Now we're going to go ahead and actually get into creating the error message. So we're going to write the keyword try, and we're going to open up a curly brace and close one like there. Now this is going to get confusing just because we're going to have a lot of curly braces with the try, if, and catch statements. We're going to be making another if statement. I want to just put these little notations here. So start of try, and down here I want to put end of try, just so we know what's going on, because there's going to be something that's going to be tempting to put your catch in the wrong area, and I'll show you why in a moment. So I want to make sure you guys know exactly where everything is. So now we're going to go ahead and create an if statement inside of the try. Now this if statement, we're going to do this a little bit backwards. In the past, we made our if statements, when we wanted something to happen, right? We wanted this condition to be met. Now we're still going to be doing that. However, we need to be looking at that in terms of the error message. This is the if statement that this condition needs to be met if the error message is to be displayed, not if the error message is to be avoided. So keep that in mind. So say I'm making a website that you need to be 18 or older to access. My condition for the if statement is going to be if age is less than 18. It's tempting to say if age is greater than or equal to 18, but we're writing this in terms of the error message. So remember that. If age is less than 18, we're going to throw them an error message. All right? So you're going to write the keyword throw inside of this if statement. And now you'll write whatever string of numbers you want. So you can just write a long error message. I could have, probably done something nice and short here, just to make it nice and convenient. But we know that when other people are designing their programs, they make these really long error messages, right? And we want to be like them, right? They're successful. They have their own programs. We want to be like them. So we're going to make these really long and unnecessary error messages. Somebody's throwing this number here, and this is going to be for your error message if your age is less than 18, if you're found to be underage. So I'm going to put start of if here. And down here, I'm going to go and write end of if. Now, we're going to write the catch next. The catch is going to take this error message, and it's going to give them a corresponding message back, and it's also going to tell them what the error message is. It's going to print it out on screen. Now, it's very tempting to go ahead and write the catch right here between the end of if and the end of try, right? Because there's a bunch of blank space over here. You're actually going to go outside of your try right over here, and then write the keyword catch. So keep that in mind. I just put the markups there just so we know where to start, because we have all these curly braces all over the place and we don't want to start in the wrong place. A lot of people will try to put it inside here their first time around, and that's wrong. You don't want to do that on a test or anything. It's definitely not what you want to do. So you're going to write the keyword catch up here, and now you're going to put integer x in the bracket as a parameter. This means it's going to be taking in this throw value over here in there. So you don't put age. We're not working with the variable age anymore. That was just for the if statement up here. Now we have something completely different. We have integer x. Now we're going to open up and close some curly braces here. I won't mark these up because we know where everything is now. And I'm going to go ahead and print out my error message inside of this catch. So I'm going to go ahead and write cout. I'm going to write you are not old enough to access this content. And I can go ahead and actually be nice and actually give them the error message in case they wanted to contact customer service with it. Error message, and put a space there. And then put your X, which will be the error message, which is going to be whatever passed in as the throw up here. And then end line. Simple enough. That is how we design an error message. Now, when I go and build and run this, we're going to see how our program works. So it's going to say the build has succeeded. It's going to say, please enter your age. If you lie, I will sue you. Okay, sorry, sir. I'm not going to lie. I'm a pimply 16-year-old. So it's going to say, you are not old enough to access this content. Error message. And then your error message. Pretty cool, right? I think that's pretty awesome. Now, I thought this was cool. Maybe you guys don't think it is, but this is a useful part of each program, and it's something that, you can actually see the real-life application of it before you actually go into any detail of designing a program. Right? We've seen error messages before, and this is how we build them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions regarding these error messages, these are called exceptions. If you want the proper term for it, they're called exceptions. If you want any more help with them or you need some questions answered, leave them in the comments below. I will answer them as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far, and I'll have more coming. We're almost at the end, guys. We're almost there.